So Dragonite,
Because he's good.
because he's good, and also isn't he like synonymous with light tower? What are they called? Lighthouses by the sea.
He's a mailman, isn't he?
Is he a mailman?
What about like Teddiursa and Ursaring for like their moonlight? They're like moon based.
Oh,
That Lantern and Chinchou don't actually have any real electric power. They just kind of have bioluminescence, and that's what makes them glow.
honestly, if there was a light cosmic, Jirachi would be that.
Xurkitree's got to be one of the final electric light types there are. He's literally a string of lights.
Isn't he just wires? So, I guess we'll start with how would we define light type? Like, what would you define as light type, Dominic?
So light type to me was like my original thought when I was, considering different types. Even before, Fairy was introduced, I would say like Fairy was basically like what I would have had light type be originally.
Yeah.
But now that I've seen what Fairy type is, and I've kind of come to learn its aesthetic and stuff, I definitely kind of would separate light from Fairy now, and I think it could still work. What about you?
That's a very, similar perspective to me. I thought that, the main reason people only wanted light type is because we had a dark type, and that's, the opposite of light, and I remember at the time being like, oh yeah, why isn't there a light type? But I feel like Fairy does kind of fit that niche already, so if we were to add a light type, I still think it has potential, but it'll need to be potential in a different way, and how, separate itself from Fairy. So, to me, I would think light as the physical aspect of light, as in literally not darkness, as in sunshine, light bulb type light. But also because in Japanese, dark type means evil type, so I think light type could also incorporate just good or justice, as in in its type. So maybe if we're going through Pokemon and we find a Pokemon that's kind of purely good, maybe that could also fit in with light type as well.
Yeah, like Pure of Heart, I get that.
Yeah. I wonder how light type will attack, considering light is not something that really is used for attack, but we'll see.
That's physically tangible, you mean? In any sort of way, really?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of why people didn't really like sound type, but at least sound type does have the potential to damage things.
I mean, so you can feel sound. If you're at a concert and you're in the front row, you can feel the vibrations. You can't really feel light. I guess because light, the way you feel light is in the form of heat, right?
In a way, yeah. Or just through sight and blindness and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously you can go to that route where it's oh, well, Flash would, disorient a Pokemon, and that's why Flash lowers accuracy. That's of course the first thing I think of when I think of a light type. Move would be to change it from normal to light would be Flash. I mean, that makes complete sense, right? So
yeah.
I understand why people would say, oh, it's not a tangible thing, therefore it can't really have any properties besides what it already kind of has scientifically. And I understand that, but I think if we were to actually introduce a light type, I think we'd think of it in a more fantastical sense. So you said good and justice. I was trying to think about what else I would kind of categorize light type as, and I thought of it as kind of a holy type is what I thought of.
Yeah, okay.
And I was kind of inspired by like Elden Ring and other RPGs where there's holy magic and things like that are usually light based attacks and things like that. So
that's a good point.
Those are the kind of things that I thought of when I kind of started trying to think deeper into light type. I was what else can we do here? What else can we do to make it more dynamic? Because when I first thought about it, I was looking through my list, I was man, there's not a lot that I can think of Pokemon wise, and I was man, what else could I do? So I kind of was thinking, and that's where I kind of landed, was on a spellcaster kind of a thing, like a priest or something, in an RPG or a Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to help light type differentiate itself more, goodness, justice, and also holiness, and that side of things. I think it definitely becomes a little bit more diverse and covers regions that I don't think like other types necessarily do. So I think it has potential in that sense.
Yeah. So, I did find myself, of course, when I was like kind of coming up with a list or Pokemon I would think would become light type. There was a lot of electric types on it for sure.
Well, speaking of which, should we go through? I feel like we should go through each gen and like discuss what Pokemon through that gen we think would change to light type.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. So we can scroll through alphabetically.
Okay. Oh, wait, alphabetically. I was going with
I'm sorry, by number.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it's by dex number. I misspoke. Cut that out in post.
Alrighty. So, I was gonna say, could you potentially think Nido Queen, just because of the fact that like queens and kings are very like royal and connected to like holiness, I guess. But I mean, their typing's already pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it fits them. The poison has to stay just based off the evolution. But you skipped over my first two candidates.
Really?
For light
Okay.
type.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And I know this is pretty basic, but I've Pikachu and Raichu as being
Okay.
electric and light type.
They're piss type. What do you mean?
Oh damn! I forgot about piss type, dude.
Yeah, exactly. We're saving that for piss type.
Okay, well, I'll say we'll change it back when we introduce piss type. Okay.
Okay.
But for now, I do have Pikachu and Raichu as being light type. I gave Pikachu light type because it has the special item Light Ball.
Ooh, okay.
That like boosts its stats if it's held by Pikachu. I think it like doubles its attack and special attack stat, I think, when it's held by a Pikachu, I believe. And so I was like, I should definitely give Pikachu the light type. And also I felt that would help, give a little buff to regular Raichu, to base Raichu, since there is, a Alolan Raichu, who I think is pretty much better than base Raichu in most ways, just because I think it has Surge Surfer is a really good ability. With Alolan Raichu, it's like let's give some love to the original. So I figured we could make them light type.
And I guess just in terms of goodness and pureness, I mean Pikachu and Raichu I think are very much purely good Pokemon, right? I would say.
Oh yeah, I would totally agree with you on that.
And I think they would want their mascot to be that kind of embodiment anyway, so I think that actually works.
And I mean, more publicity for Pikachu is what Game Freak wants anyways, and Pikachu's now light type. Please buy more merch.
Get this Pokemon plushie that definitely indicates it's light type, it's just the regular one they're reprinting. Well, okay, wait, hold on. I was gonna say Star You and Star Me. Honestly, that may be...
Starmie already has that Psychic type. I can't justify getting rid of the Psychic type on Starmie.
Or the water, to be fair. Actually, they'd probably make better use of Cosmic type if that was to be added, right?
Yeah, perhaps.
I mean, Porygon's a given, right? Because of all the kids that got epilepsy.
Isn't he going to be Techno type or whatever? Tech type?
Oh, digital type, yeah. Well,
digital. Okay, he could be digital. He could be digital light, I guess.
Yeah.
We're giving a lot of sneak peeks of potential future pitching videos here with our name dropping some other types.
So Dragonite, do we think?
Because he's good.
Because he's good, and also isn't he synonymous with light tap? What are they called? Lighthouses by the seas.
He's a mailman, isn't he?
Is he a mailman?
Doesn't Dragonite deliver mail in the anime?
Oh, he does. But he also doesn't he hang around? Are they called lighthouses? Those things that warn boats.
Yeah, that's called a lighthouse.
A lighthouse.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the connotation though with a lighthouse, and
In
in
the
Dragonite. I don't recall that. Is there like an episode of the anime or something like that where he's hanging around a lighthouse?
There is, yeah. One episode it was like the mystery of the lighthouse, and it had a massive Dragonite that would hang out there. So
Oh, I remember that now.
yeah,
It's like the kaiju sized one.
yeah. The Dynamax before we
That was
had Dynamax.
Oh yeah, there was also the Dynamax Tentacruel.
There was, yeah.
So, but that one had to do with a lighthouse, though. The giant Dragonite was hanging around a lighthouse.
It was, yeah.
Are we gonna get rid of the flying type then on him?
I mean, it's already Dragon, so I think flying is it's a bit irrelevant here. I think. Don't you think?
I mean, flying's kind of important since Dragonite's kind of like strong. You know, it's a pseudo legendary.
I guess we'll see.
You think he'd become too strong if he was like a Dragon light type?
Well, I guess we'll see with the type interactions later if that makes him too OP.
I'll be honest. All I had for Gen 1 was Pikachu and Raichu. That's it.
Really?
That's the extent of my list for light type for Gen 1. Yeah, that's all I could. That's all I could really strongly kind of agree with.
Okay, I agree with Pikachu and Raichu. Well, we've got here Porygon, Dragonite, Pikachu, Raichu. I think that's good enough to leave some of those in the maybe list for now, but I've written them down.
I guess I could justify Meganium being grass light.
Meganium? I guess so. Since it's like flower and it's like a very like linked to sunlight, it also has like solar beam. So I feel like the sun aspect of Meganium actually fits well for light type.
Yeah, I definitely think. I mean, like definitely sun influence. You'll see later on. I think the sun influence is important for a light type. Also, like Meganium's like a very defensive Pokemon, and I feel like light type would have a lot of like healing and like you know moves like that, and like a lot of status moves that would like help
Yeah, that's a good
to
point.
buff or like keep the Pokemon alive.
So I think Chinchou and Lantern, like, if anything, they would definitely be a pseudo light type because it's kind of hard to change the types that they are right now. But I feel like they would definitely learn a lot of light type moves.
Yeah, definitely be a lot of crossover, I think, with electric and light type moves. I personally think that I would get rid of electric type
Ooh, okay.
for Chinchou and Lantern because, like, they're based off of anglerfish, right? And anglerfish don't really have any like electrical charge to them like an eel does, right? That Lantern and Chinchou don't actually have any real electric power. They just kind of have bioluminescence, and that's what makes them glow. And so, yeah, I think I would just replace the electric type with the light type, I think, here.
Is there any more water electric Pokemon?
Yeah, there's at least Rotom Wash, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Which would kind of be a bummer then, because we're removing that, but it would then make Rotom more special, I guess.
It would, yeah. For a washing machine. I think Togetic would be light type. It looks like an angel, and we were saying like holiness, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's that example where it's like, oh man, like it should have been light type, but then it became fairy, and I think fairy makes sense too.
I think Ampharos should go light electric, right?
So I actually took the Mareep line and I made him pure light type.
Oh, really? Dang,
yeah,
okay.
I was looking through my list and I was like, man, I have way too many electric light types. I was like, I need to there's no pure light types here. I'm like, what can I do for a pure light type? And I was like, I feel like the Mareep line could be like pure light. I think that makes sense.
I guess so, but I mean, the entire thing of Mareep is that they conduct like static electricity with their wool. So I think that would lean more to electric, but I would definitely change Ampharos to electric light because it's based on a lighthouse.
Oh, Feroce is Greek for lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
It would at least be like, yeah, electric light, but then like Mega Ampharos is a problem then because they're like,
oh,
and it's called the light Pokemon Ampharos. I even had Mareep and Flappy being pure light. I had the whole light line being pure light, and then just having, the Mega be light dragon. But
I don't think Blossom would change. Like that's just gonna stay.
Now Blossom's sound type.
Grass sound, yep. Sunflora. I mean, that's a given, right?
Yeah, it's Sunflora's being grass light. Yep. What about like Teddiursa and Ursaring for like their moonlight, which they're like moon based?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's look them up. Let's see what they've got to say about them.
And there's like Ursaluna now, you know, there's like the evolved form of Ursaring.
Ursaluna? Oh, right, from
Yeah.
Legends Arceus. Well, maybe we could incorporate some kind of like moonlight moves into the light type.
I mean, the thing is, the moon's also related to
Fairy.
Fairy now. There's
Yeah.
Moonblast and there's Moonlight, and those
Huh.
are both Fairy type moves.
Oh no. So maybe Ursaring would be the day version of Ursaluna.
The thing is, Ursaring's like a pre-evolution to Ursaluna.
I still
Yeah,
because
but
it's
would you
day
want
and then
to
it
have
becomes
like
night.
it just loses its typing entirely? Or do we make it light ground type, which I don't have in my list anywhere, a light ground type.
Honestly, that works.
I guess Ursaring is kind of based off of a Sun Bear, but they decided to make it moon based instead of, because like its design actually looks a lot like
Sunbear.
like a Sun Bear. Dude, Sunbears have such long tongues. Do you see any picture of this thing's tongue? Holy crap!
You know, maybe Teddiursa, that's the dawn, Ursaring's the day, and then Ursaluna's the night. So it's a full cycle. Do we think Blissey actually? Chansey and Blissey?
Yeah, I could see like the Chansey line, since it didn't get Fairy type. We could give it Light
Yeah.
type because they're just so
They're helpless.
good and caring. Yeah. So I'd be down to give almost the entire line Light type. Would you want to make them normal light or just
Pure light. I think
pure light?
pure light works.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. I think it's like they're probably some of the most like pure of heart Pokemon
Yeah.
there is.
I just thought the dumbest idea. You know, you know how before you said, Dragonite would be, a mailman Pokemon, or is a mailman Pokemon.
He is, yeah.
We've got Pelipper right there. Why don't we just make a male type? A male
The
delivery
male type.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I saw something else now, dude. We have Dragonite, we make Dragon Day. Boom.
Oh,
Idea,
there we
making
go.
moves.
That's
Dragon
perfect.
Day. Dragon Day, it stays blue. It doesn't get any flying type. It stays like more water based, but also has light type. It's Dragon Light type.
Perfect.
I got good old Alumis and Volbeat, baby.
Oh yeah.
Two of the most useless Pokemon in the entirety of Pokemon. Make them light type because I mean they're fireflies.
Yes. Tropius could be food type.
Tropius because it has fruit. I guess we can get rid of grass. I guess. I guess food type.
Is
Food type
kind
would be
of
interesting
grass.
because it'd be kind of grass, but it's also like what would like meat then be? Because meat's also food. There's not really any meat
Oh my God.
designed Pokemon though. Anyways,
Well, except for the newest one, Lechonk.
Lechonk. Yeah, I mean Lechonk. Honestly, like Gen 9 is a perfect food type generation.
It
you
is.
Have, you have Lechonk. You have Smoliv,
Yep.
Fido. I mean, come on, those are all great choices for.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten
food type.
food type reveal. I think Jirachi could be a good light type.
I should get rid of Steel because Steel really never made any sense.
Why is there steel in the first place?
Doom Desire. If you look at like the art, like you know, like the animation for Doom Desire, isn't it just like a big beam of light? That's like it's like its signature move is Doom Desire. Yeah, summon strong sunlight to attack in 2 turns later.
Okay.
A move that attacks the foe with a blast of light 2 turns after he's... Dude, yeah, book it. No more steel type.
Booked. Also, it's like the wish Pokemon, so that's like goodness. You know, it provides goodness. It's a luck, like wishy Pokemon. Jirachi.
We're also axing that. We're axing the psychic type, man.
Also axing Psychic?
It's gotta be cosmic type, man.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, it's gonna be light cosmic. Honestly, if there was a light cosmic, Jirachi would be that. It's the shooting star Pokemon.
We should censor ourselves when we're saying cosmic a lot.
We are. We're talking about other types we need to save for future videos. So we're moving on to Gen 4. I feel like
Gen 4.
Yeah, I feel like Laminian would be a good light type, considering it's like the most forgettable Pokemon.
Yep, I agree. I have it on my list.
Okay, sweet.
But you jumped over a few that I had on my list.
Okay, go ahead.
Luxio and Luxray.
Yeah, but like, it's another electric one.
I know. I would make it both, though. I'd make it light and electric type. I know it's kind of overdone, but I mean, Lux literally is a unit for brightness. Now that is true.
Lux, is it?
Lux, Lux is a unit for brightness. So I feel like they have to be light or electric light type. I feel like
that's a good point.
That just fits.
We've had a lot of electric types that aren't light type, so I think Lux, if there was to be one, Luxio and Luxray definitely work. I mean, Drifloon and Drifblim could kind of be male type because they deliver.
Yeah, they deliver the souls of children to hell or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That's Hell's mail, is children's souls.
Damn, I didn't realize that
There's so many male types.
Drifloon is such a...
Oh.
Drifloon has a fat HP stat.
I feel like Arceus definitely would be pure light type, do you think? Like the base form?
Yeah, for its base form. Yeah, I'd be down to change it to that.
It's weird that Arceus is normal type considering it's literally a god, so... And also it kind of pairs well with Darkrai being dark, so I think that works.
Well, Darkrai and Cresselia, aren't they like the opposites of the same coin or whatever?
Oh, maybe. So maybe Cresselia also is light type?
I could see Cresselia being light type, yeah. How about Victini? We're jumping into Gen 5 there, but like...
Victini,
it's the victory Pokemon.
Why is it psychic?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't we make it light fire type?
I think that would work, yeah. Watchdog, kind of, but not really. Oh, look up Watchog, the Bulbapedia. There's literally a anime clip of it literally glowing.
Watchog illuminating. Here it is. Oh, he can make himself. He make himself glow.
Yeah.
What the hell? I guess I never thought of those lines on his body being like. I guess it's supposed to be like a reflector jacket. Is that what it's supposed to be like? Well, I guess Watchog's light type.
What about Minccino and Cinccino?
Like, so like they're like cute and nice looking.
I guess. I don't know why I think this. Maybe this is another Watchog situation.
I mean, I really like Minccino and Cinccino because I like rabbits and chinchillas and stuff.
Is that not what it is?
It is a chinchilla, yeah. It's a chinchilla.
I thought you said you didn't like it.
No, I do like it.
Okay.
I like Cinccino and Minccino because they're like kind of rabbit and Pokemon and chinchilla like. I mean,
what is your thoughts on since you like rabbit Pokemon? What is your thoughts on Calyrex?
I don't think of Calyrex as a rabbit.
What do you mean?
It's like a deer.
Oh,
it's a deer.
Is it a deer? I would have.
Yeah, it has like antlers. I guess it kind of looks rabbit-like.
I mean, it's standing on two legs. That's what. I'm gonna Google. Is Calyrex a deer or a rabbit? It's a deer rabbit. We're both right.
I mean, he looks goofy as hell, but I think the fact that he rides other Pokemon is pretty insane. Like, he's pretty cool that he can he's a Pokemon, but he controls other Pokemon. Like, that's pretty dope. But as for Minccino and Cinccino, like...
No, I don't think so. I've been Googling them, and I've found no evidence. Oh, do you think it maybe...
Yeah, I was thinking about that, because I love Aurorus, but its typing is terrible. And all fossil Pokemon need to be rock type, right? So I was like, well, we'd have to get rid of the ice type, which, I mean, would probably help it, like, if it was rock light type. That'd be pretty cool.
Potentially. I think maybe, you know how, like, people say, they're only rock type because they're a fossil, so then maybe, like, back in the dinosaur times, there would have been a different type. Maybe Aurorus would have been light type in its time, light ice type.
Yeah, honestly, I could see going either way. Like you said, like if you want to stay with the tradition of keeping the fossil Pokemon as rock type, then yeah, we can make it rock light, or we could make it light ice type. Either one, I think, would be fair. What about Helioptile and Heliolisk? We gonna do another electric light type with those guys?
Healy.
They're like
Oh,
they're like the solar panel like
yeah.
generator Pokemon.
That's a good point. They are. Yeah, electric light would work for them. Yeah. I think I think Klefki could be good as like
I would just thinking that, but
no, but like as mail type because you gotta start up the postal car in order to deliver mail. So I think
I thought you were thinking like you gotta use a key to like. I thought you just using the key to open up your mailbox. You know, when you're like at an apartment complex and you have like a.
that's even more perfect. Yeah. Is there a paper Pokemon? Because that could be like creating mail.
Kartana is like a
Oh yeah.
origami Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay, we'll definitely have to write down mail type for a future video.
Maybe only if the fans demand it.
Hopefully they do, because I want to do that now. Guess we can move on to Gen 8, and I feel like Dotla could be one.
Yeah, I always had a hard time like maybe thinking of what we can make them. But I don't know. Before we get there, man, can we just come on? Xurkitree's got to be the final one of the final electric light types there are. He's literally a string of lights.
Isn't he just wires?
Yeah, but he glows. Like his animations in the game, like he glows.
Does he? Okay.
And his code name was UB03 Lighting.
Oh really?
It's the glowing Pokemon. It's the glowing Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Do we think
You're talking about Orbeetle and Dottler.
Yeah.
Would you give it bug light type then?
I think they very much fit the psychic typeness.
Yeah, and also bug psychic's unique typing to them.
Oh, okay. Maybe since maybe the mail type can also include delivery, so maybe like charcoal could be one because it kind of like delivers coal.
You're gonna get rid of its rock fire type then?
Yeah, just pure mail type.
Oh, pure mail type.
I really don't see much in Gen 8.
Yeah, I didn't have anything in my initial notes, I'll be honest.
What about the Gen 9 reveals? If there's any in there?
Oh, the Gen 9 reveals? Yeah, that's a lot of food type, man.
What about the little mouse guy? That potentially could be one.
Would it be electric light or would it just be pure? It has to be electric. It's a Pikachu clone. So it has to be at least electric type.
We don't know.
So it'd just be another, electric light type.
No, I think we've got all of them then. Should we summarize what we've got so far? Okay, so to summarize, this is the full chart I made for light type. We got pretty much everything we talked about in the video, except you may notice that there are some that we didn't talk about in the video. That's because I thought, we probably didn't cover, even though we went through the entire decks, we probably missed some. So I went back and did more research, and we did, and in fact, miss some. The first one we missed was Ho-Oh. It's the rainbow Pokemon, and we did discuss the ones that we missed, just to make sure that they were going to be light type, and we thought, yeah, it probably makes more sense for Ho-Oh to be flying light type. I mean, it's like, in the anime, doesn't it like grant Ash immortality, so I think that it works, and it's like the rainbow Pokemon, and it's, we thought that it made sense flying light, and then we also missed the Rock and Roller line. Apparently the Rock and Roller line, I'll throw up some like Pokedex entries. They apparently store sunlight and then like attack with it. So rock light, I guess. Alola Mola is more playing into like the kind of like goodness side of light, which we thought that we hadn't actually had much of that. Like we got Blissey and Chansey, Cresselia and Jirachi maybe, but like most of these were just kind of using the aspect of like pure light, like brightness of light, and we thought that like there probably wasn't enough goodness Pokemon in here, so we added Alola, which apparently in its dex entry states like it heals other fish. It's like the healing fish Pokemon, so we thought that'd be good. I probably should have put these in the maybe list, but then we also forgot Ultra Necrozma, which is literally just the light Pokemon. I mean, if you see in any of the like the game of it, it's just pure light, and so there's that. I also added a few maybes. I added Umbreon, mostly just because I thought that dark light is such a cool concept. I added this person, this one, I forgot what their name is, but grass light. I actually don't remember specifically why I added it. I'm pretty sure it just uses like a specific light type move or something, or like light type in quotes move. By the way, next video is going to be light type part 2. It's going to include moves, it's going to include abilities, everything else. Basically everything else light type, we're going to do it in a part 2 video. Forgot to mention that, but that's why this video is over. Or nearly over, because we're doing a part 2 video. That's been recorded, by the way. Yeah. And then Lycanroc, we also thought Rock Light probably works. It's the daylight form, but we left it in maybe. And then Inkay, they talk a lot about light in their dex entries, but I don't know, we just put it in maybe because, you know, I'm pretty sure it's Psychic, Dark Psychic. I think that works, because they're like alien-ish. So this is our final list. Let me know your thoughts of what, if we come to a good conclusion. I think we have made the most expansive light type concept video on all of the internet so far, I think. I mean, we did the same thing with the sound type. We made a 2.5 hour video on it, so let me know what you think. And that's, yeah, that's the end of this video. Got a couple more type videos. It's going to be a series on this channel, just going through types. So of course, if you want to see male type, piss type, you know, all those classics. But we actually got some good ones as well. We name dropped them a few times in this video, but yeah, all the ones that you've heard, and then also Arcane is coming next, Arcane type. So yeah, anyway, see ya. That's it.